Why does pushing logic make them explode? Because to their nervous system, you look like a prehistoric predator. Let me explain. 50,000 years ago, adolescence was brutally simple. If your tribe found you annoying and rejected you in the snow, you died. End of story. So evolution built an alarm. The amygdala, a social status radar, a drop in group popularity. Your brain released pure cortisol, a visceral panic forcing you to become useful to survive. Fast forward to today. Your kid's biggest physical danger is a poorly adjusted thermostat, but their prehistoric alarm remains intact. Except the tribe isn't local anymore. It's thousands of individuals judging them every 10 seconds. A single ignored message? Their archaic brain howls at death. Prehistoric stress was an acute event. Modern social stress is a relentless drip. The emergency brake is permanently jammed on. Every interaction feels like a tightrope with a pit of spikes underneath. A vaguely worded text from a friend? The brain calculates 10 disaster scenarios, 3 dots blinking, then suddenly disappearing. Imminent death by social starvation. They are swimming in a cortisol soup. By 4 p.m., their battery is fried. Carrying a crushing, invisible biological weight, we casually call it teenage angst. Science calls it chronic survival mode. They aren't trying to be difficult. They are fighting an exhausting war against a glowing piece of glass. And right when they are drowning, you step in to save the day. You walk in, radiating unearned parenting confidence, armed with a pie chart of logic. You look at your terrified, cornered kid, and you deliver your masterpiece of wisdom. It really is not a big deal. In 5 years, you won't even remember. You smile, expecting instant biological relief. You expect the prehistoric alarm to stop. Instead, their brain translates your helpful words. My leader cannot see the giant predator. I am completely unprotected and totally alone. So you double down on the logic. Just put the stupid phone away then. To them, you literally just said, let's happily ignore our tribe exiling us. The internal cortisol meter absolutely shatters. The mammalian brain takes emergency control. They lash out with sudden defensive anger. Or they slam the bedroom door shut. Logic is the wrong tool. Hack the hardware. You tried to remote control a nervous system, and you crashed the entire biological server. You read another useless article on teens, looking for a logical fix for biology. But logic is the absolute wrong tool. It is time to hack the hardware. So how does this survival mode look? It looks exactly like a defensive porcupine. You say a cheerful, innocent, "Good morning?" They shoot a toxic quill at you. Whatever, just leave me alone right now. You take this deeply, personally to heart. You think you are the primary target, but they are just a terrified animal holding a heavy shield. When the internal alarm is blaring loudly, everything looks like a potential new threat. They push you away to feel safe. Distance lowers their immediate biological panic levels. You label this behavior as highly disrespectful. Their brain labels it successful threat management. 2 entirely different realities in one kitchen. You yell at them to be polite. They physically cannot hear your moral lesson. Then there is the infamous silent treatment. You ask how their day actually was. You get a single, soul-crushing, empty syllable. You dig desperately for any more information. But the vault is completely locked down. Chronic anxiety burns an absurd amount of energy. Their brain enters extreme power-saving mode. Formulating a logical sentence takes precious fuel. The more you prod, the higher the wall. The absolute silence as an insult. We need a completely different set of keys. We must bypass logic and signal safety. We need to hack the hardware directly. It is time to apply the protocol. 3 precise moves to shut the alarm. Step 1. Silent physical co-regulation. Stop trying to fix it with words. Do not force direct eye contact. In nature, staring directly is a threat. Use side-by-side activities like driving or cooking a simple meal together. Just share the exact same physical space. Your calm presence sends a biological signal. I am guarding you. Lower your weapons. You lend them your stable nervous system. You don't need a deep, meaningful conversation. You are broadcasting a physical safety network, letting their prehistoric alarm turn itself off. Step 2. Validate the invisible predator. Once their nervous system is slightly calm, you must validate the source of pain. Do not bring back the logic chart. You don't have to agree it's rational, but you must agree the pain is real. I see that this hurts you deeply. By validating, you see the predator too. You become an ally in the trench. Instead of a boss giving unhelpful orders, empathy is water on the biological fire. Step 3. The Crisis Negotiator Protocol. Anxiety is fundamentally a loss of control. You must give the steering wheel back. Do not fix the problem for them. That just confirms they are weak prey. Ask them one simple, multiple-choice question. Do you want me to just listen, help you figure out a solution, or do you want me to intervene? 9 times out of 10, they choose listening. Giving them a choice reactivates their logic. The power returns to the prefrontal cortex. The saber-toothed wolf shadow finally disappears entirely. You didn't cure their modern digital anxiety. You can't cure a biological evolutionary mismatch, and they have to navigate it daily. But you can build a safe harbor, a place where the alarm can rest, where they can drop their heavy armor, without being suffocated by your perfect logic. Sometimes the best parenting is just sitting. A quiet nod instead of a lecture. Building trust through silent, regulated biological safety. You can't fix their biological hardware, but you can stop crashing their server. If your own nervous system needs a reboot, hit subscribe.